So I did bite the bullet and I ordered the Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
In the Aira Explorer app under Access AI, you can go into the settings and set the fluffiness.
Load a recipe, into ChatGPT.
I didn't even think about using AI for that. What a great little AI hack.
You look at a plate, you go, oh, that looks good. Do you know that's 1,635 calories?
No, I didn't want to know that.
It's definitely one of those products that sounded a whole lot sexier than it was when I got it. All right.
Recording in progress.
That's such an intrusive message. Recording in progress. It's so loud.
This recording will be turned into MP4, blah, blah, blah.
So angry.
We're back in the saddle.
Okay. Exciting stuff. Buckle up.
You might use that clip. Be careful, Cindy.
Oh, snap. I better watch what I say.
Are you going to say live from the Blind Ability Studio again so I can make fun of you?
Yeah.
It always like live, and I'm like, but we're not live. This is recorded.
Oh, yeah, this is recorded.
Or is it?
It used to go like this. Live from the Blind Ability Studios, this is Tech Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson from Friendly, Minnesota. And with me in the studio tonight, we have Serina Gilbert.
Serina Gilbert?
Did I say Gilbert?
I heard that too,
did.
Jeffrey. I heard that too.
Well, it's been a while. Let me try it again.
You should take two.
We have Serina Gilbert. Serina, how you doing?
Thank you. Nice to know you haven't forgotten my name. Appreciate it. Even though you forgot my email address, it's okay. I forgive you.
You have two emails address. One's Serina Gilbert, one's Serina.
If that's your excuse.
I went in and checked my contacts. I found it and I deleted it.
And then you accused me of not getting the email when you didn't. What happened
When
today?
you didn't send it.
Yeah. You have to hit send, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't work if you just kind of, leave it sitting on your screen, Jeff.
Yeah, you got to hit the button, Jeff.
And you're all probably wondering who else is speaking in this conversation. Cindy, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, y'all. My name is Cindy. In my previous social media days and years, I was part of the Seeing Blind, just
YouTube
whole
channel?
social media, YouTube channel. Yeah, just all the things. I was on all the platforms there for several years. And, taking a break, doing the 9 to 5 thing now these days, but still trying to stay plugged into the pulse of the blind community, the disabled community, and definitely as much as I can the tech community, but really more from the digital side. So I'm an accessibility specialist these days, and I am just so thrilled and honored to join Tech Abilities and join Jeff and Serina. I'm just thrilled. I can't wait to get into the nitty-gritties of what's been going on in the world today and what we can chat about.
Well, we have no idea what we're going to do.
We'll just kind of fly by the seat of our pants. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen, right?
Huh?
I know. The most exciting stuff in life is when you wing it.
Jeff is terrified over there.
Yeah. Well, welcome, Cindy. Welcome to the studio.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, some time has been going by, and I'm sure we got some gadgets and goodies and stuff like that. I don't know why I said goodies. It's probably from Halloween. You know what I mean?
I am eating the Halloween candy right now, so.
There's some good little things that are goodies, too, They don't have to be treats, but they can be good.
Mm-hmm. Well, Serina, I got to go to you first because I saw you on Blindy Girl, and you just mentioned that you got the cool-looking glasses.
I did.
Ooh, yes. I want to hear all about it.
So I did bite the bullet and I ordered the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. I got the Wayfarer, I don't know. The ones with the W. I actually thought I was going to get the Skylar ones, which everyone says are the like trendy female ones. And I went to Lens Crafters and tried them on, and they were a little big on me because they're like a round kind of tortoise shell frame from what I understand. So I actually got the Wayfarer ones, and it's like a square frame. And I had to order them online because I wanted clear lenses because I'm not a sunglasses person. It throws me off, honestly.
Really?
So I got the clear lenses and then the caramello frame color.
Ooh.
And it's so funny. They came in and you hear the UPS guy, because, none of the UPS brakes, work properly. They squeak.
Very identifiable.
Yes.
Will it land in my
trucks are
house
fine.
or not?
Yeah. So then he dropped it off, and then I couldn't find it because it was so I had to get my son. I was like, I think there's a package out here. Can you find it? It was like on the actual ledge of the door, like the threshold. No one ever puts packages there. The irony is not lost on
Did you
me.
use Aira?
No, I used it on the glasses though. I did use it on the glasses.
Or the new features of seeing AI. You could have stood there for like 15 minutes waiting for that to kick in.
The video, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I haven't worn glasses in a really, really long time because, gosh, I don't know. It's probably been like 10 years since my eye doctor was like, yeah, you're not getting any benefits. Just save your money each year from having glasses. So it takes some getting used to having like a frame on your face, especially these ones. It's like a thicker kind of frame. And even when I did have glasses, I always liked the wire thinner ones. So it's definitely getting used to like when I'm walking around the house using them. Like, oh, there's like a frame in my, eyesight here. But
Yeah.
I do like them. I've learned what works, what doesn't, everything has its limitations, but I'm super excited to have them, especially for the price point.
I got a pair, and that getting
Wait,
used to them.
you have a pair of, you were just talking crap about them 2 weeks ago, Mr. Thompson.
Did
Have that
do
same
you do
pair.
you recall him recommending them to you?
No, he said, I don't know why anyone would have a pair of these.
Oh.
Okay, that's when you first try them on, and then you start using them. Then you don't use them. Then you use them. I have to admit, I've had a change of heart
What?
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Tell us more.
because it's the hands-free part.
Yep.
It's like
Oh.
98% of it is hands-free. Now, could they be better in some areas? Of course they could be.
Yeah.
These are a popular thing amongst all types of people. They like them. And we can benefit from it because we have a use that we want to use them for. And I like them. I like them. It's the hands-free part that won me over.
Are they heavy on your face? Like, do they feel heavy? Like, Serena, you were mentioning, like, you're not really used to glasses. I'm very much used to sunglasses. I have to have the sports style ones, though, because I
Yeah, me
can't
too. The
have the
wraparound.
side. Yeah, I can't have light coming in on the side. So the boxy things don't usually work for me, but I'm used to having frames really snug on my face, but I don't like the weight. Like, I don't like it when things sit heavy on my face. And that's one of my concerns with these things. How does that
I
feel?
wouldn't
How
say
does it
they're
feel?
necessarily heavy, like, because if you didn't know that they were smart glasses, because they are built on like actual Ray-Ban like frames that you could just buy, if that makes sense.
Right.
But you can't get the fit customized. Like there is no customization of how it's going to fit
Oh,
you because of the technology that's in it. So that's something to be aware of.
oh, okay.
I wore them around my house yesterday while I was cleaning because I was like, I'm curious if this is gonna like, tell me if I've missed spots while cleaning the shower and things like that.
Ooh, and did
Not a
it?
good, no, not a good use
No,
case.
no.
So I
Okay.
tested it. My son's shower wasn't super dirty, so I was like, yeah, whatever, I can do that. But then I went to my bathroom and I know our sink needed cleaning. Like you can touch it and you can just
Oh,
tell.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And I took a picture and I was like, is this sink dirty? And it was like, this is neat and tidy and organized. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, there's stuff all over. Like, no. So not a good use case for like that kind of stuff.
Got you.
But used it to identify products and stuff, to find a random sock that was on my kid's floor. I was listening to an audiobook the whole time I was cleaning, like so I could move around hands free and not worry about it. I
Oh,
will say since the fit can't be customized, they do slide down on my nose a little bit. Not like whether they're gonna fall off, but they're not like normal prescription glasses. You've got those like rubberized kind of things that keep them in place. This you're not
Hmm.
gonna have that with these. And
Those
then
pads.
I don't know if I was just like because I'm moving around a lot. I did find that like I got sweaty and like around the frames
mm.
and like it got sweaty. I don't know if that was just because I was like, fleeting. So hard to say. But overall I like them. It's just taking me a lot of getting used to having something in my peripheral and like, a big frame like that I'm just not used to.
I would have to say that listening to voiceover or listening to like a podcast or audio through them is great.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the whole open ear experience.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Do you think other people could hear it while you're listening to something?
Well, yeah. If you're snuggling,
They can hear something.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
They can
sense.
hear something, but they can't tell what it is, if that makes sense. Because I asked my son, he
Yeah.
was like, I can tell it's doing something, but I can't hear it. I wouldn't recommend
hmm
typing on it though. So there is a significant,
lag.
in my opinion, I think yeah, there's a lag when typing. It's not a good typing Bluetooth. Like if you're used to AirPods and how there's barely any lag, you'll be super annoyed
Yeah.
with the typing
Oh,
experience via the Ray-Bans.
Even on the iPhone, when you're swiping, it's just a little bit more than what your muscle memory is used to. So there is that learning curve of just slowing down. But typically, if I'm using them, I'm doing something that I'm not typing with. I'm not doing stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm usually like, if I'm showing something on woodworking, it's so nice because I can hold the wood, operate the machine, and I just have to look at what I want to record if you want to
Yeah.
record it. Or take a picture. You just reach up and there's a button up on the arm, up on the right hand side. You just click it.
Hmm.
Click it once, click it twice, do it twice, and it's a video.
I heard you can also, like, if people do have prescription glasses, you can actually have the lenses be your prescription. So
Mm-hmm.
they
You
can,
can.
yeah. So I like that there is that versatility to these. They're not just fancy smart frames that serve no other functional purpose. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's cool.
The different tones that you can get through the lenses, because if you have low vision, you might not want them to be dark sunglasses all the time, especially when you come
I was
indoors.
thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they do have the ones that change from dark to light and light to dark. And then like Serena got the more clear ones where she likes them the way, well, Carmela, come on.
Well, the lenses are clear. They have like the blue light filter or whatever, which
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Well, that's
But then
good.
the frames are like a caramello, like a light to medium brown kind of. So
Yeah.
I'm told that they
Yeah.
look really cool on me. I posted a picture the other day and everyone's like, those look really good on you. And I was like, really? Because like I feel like they would look dorky, but okay. Like if people are saying that they think they look nice, like I feel like that's saying something. My mom was even like, I might order a pair just because I like the look of them. I'm like, really? Okay.
Oh,
I did get to try an Aira call on them too, which was actually really easy. It's not like as streamlined as it could be. It's still technically
yet.
in beta yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's in beta right
Interesting.
now. So what you do is you connect to Aira via your app on your phone. There's a customized call button. You can say that you want to use your Meta Ray-Bans. So you just check that box and then complete the call. And then the agent will walk you through how to do it. They send you a link technically to like a WhatsApp call. And then you join that. It's super easy. And then once you join, you double click the button that's on the temple, and then they can see your video through the frames. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, how long does the video last? I thought you could only do video for like 3 minutes or something like that. Is that to just take a full streaming like video, or are video calls different?
Video calls are different.
Gotcha.
So the 3 minute length is just for like recording a video, like from
Yeah.
POV
Got
perspective.
you. Yeah. Interesting.
Back up here. A POV.
Point of view.
Ah, I'm learning something. That's
Those
why I listen to
fancy
Learning
Techabilities.
acronyms.
something.
Not
Yeah.
POC, but POV.
Yes.
You got point of contact and point of view. Yeah.
I like that. I thought it was some kind of underwear.
POV?
What? We're gonna need you to explain that a little bit more, Jeffrey.
What were they? The PV? I forget the initials they used to
I
call.
feel like you're making something up.
No, I'm older. We've had different acronyms back in the days.
Oh my goodness.
For
I think it got
underwear,
I think it got
apparently.
changed. Tidy whities. That's what it got changed to.
Is that why you were so confused when I said POV? You were just
I
like, what?
flashed back. I said, I don't know that one.
Oh my goodness.
I tell you what. If you're involved with state agencies for the blind, you know acronyms.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
if
sure.
you work in government, you know acronyms. Oh my
Mhm.
word.
Yeah. So, anything else, Serena?
On the metas?
Yeah. Would you suggest them to anybody?
Do you think they're worth the price point?
Oh, I totally think they're worth it. Because if you look at just buying a pair of Ray-Bans, that's just how much they are.
Yes, true that. True that. That's the brand.
I think it's worth it for the hands-free piece because that was empowering. The random things that I've asked it to look at, it's kind of funny, like, but that's empowering. But you have to know the limits. It's AI. It will hallucinate. Like I asked it to look at something and I was like, what is this? And it was like totally making up stuff. And then I turned the package around to the front of it and then it said the right thing. Like you have to know the limitations and know when to discern like, this doesn't seem quite right. Or yeah, that feels, like that's
Have you
probably
tried
correct.
cooking with them on?
I have not yet. But I'm not
Serena,
yeah.
cook.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in the same boat there.
I would not trust it for like checking like, the doneness of like meat or anything like that. I would just be scared that it would hallucinate something. But no, I don't cook. Crock pot is about it.
I'm one of those where maybe it's just because I'm neurodivergent. I don't know. But following a sequence of steps, I just get
Mhm.
too scatterbrained, especially after a full day of work and I'm like just in complete meltdown mode and tired. And I'm trying to follow like a 15, 20 step recipe for dinner.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'm just like, man, I really hate having to like, okay, pick up my book and then trying to like focus my phone. And, either I'm using Be My Eyes or Seeing AI or, just one of these apps and then I got to find my place again and all this. And I'm just, man, I'm wondering if those be, with the whole hands-free thing, I don't know.
Well, one thing that I did try out with it is because basically any audio that's coming out of your phone will come through the headset. It's connecting via Bluetooth.
Hmm.
So I do pay for ChatGPT Plus, and it has the advanced voice mode on there. So I tested that. I was like, I wonder if I'll be able to talk to it like that way. So I opened up, I have a shortcut, just I took the flashlight button off my lock screen and changed it to be able to open ChatGPT voice because I never used the flashlight button. It got in
Hmm.
my way anyway. So I opened that up, let it load, and I had it on my glasses and I was able to interact directly with the advanced voice mode on
Oh,
ChatGPT via the glasses. So I haven't tried this yet, but I bet you could like load a recipe, into ChatGPT and then because the voice mode, it's just there. It just listens to you and it's there when you need it. And you could ask it what's the next
yes.
step. How much was the ingredients? Like, so that's a hack there
Oh
that you could
man.
totally try.
Mm-hmm.
Even just without the glasses, like, because you could just have your phone sitting on the counter and it'll still listen
Oh,
for
that's
you.
true. I didn't even think about using AI for that. What a great little AI hack.
Hmm.
What I did today was I took a picture of the back of the package. I was making sugar cookies and I had ChatGPT and I pay for it. And I took a picture and then I asked, tell me the ingredients that I'll need and the instructions. And boom, it just grabs that instead of going through
Right.
calories. Who wants to get those
Nutrition.
anyways?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to
Please
know.
don't tell me the
Yeah.
calories.
Or all the packaging, where it's made at. It just takes the picture, it goes to that area and gave me that information. And then you can
Yeah.
talk back to it. Like ask a question. I
The
used
advanced
Access
mode is
AI.
amazing.
With Access AI, it did the same thing. So that's easier to use sometimes. But I like to compare them, and there was really no difference. So I like to extract data from a menu, from the back of a box or something. I don't like looking and reading. Like if you use your camera, those photographs will extract the text and read it to you, but it
Yes.
starts
It
at the
goes
beginning
all the way to
and
the
goes
end.
to
You
the
can't.
end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Something that I have been using AI for is since I do have the Chat GPT Plus, it lets me create custom GPTs, which is a really fancy way of just saying like customizing like a use
Mm.
case for it. And people are really liking this on my Blindy Girl page. I don't know, like they're really excited about it as I created an accessible makeup mirror.
Mm.
So what it does is like I'll, do my like eyeshadow in the morning and then I'll say, "Hey, I'll take a picture of myself in the Chat GPT app and say check my eyeshadow." And I've tried this with Be My AI, and the ChatGPT one is far more accurate. I'm guessing it's probably the model differences. Like I bet Be My AI is using like a mini model because it's cheaper than when you have the full like power of it. So detailed. Like it'll be like, yeah, your left eye needs more blending. That's how I found out that like I bought some foundation in the summer and it was perfect, and now it's the winter and I'm not like a half shade darker. So based on like when I did my foundation one day, it like told me it was like, hey, there's a visible line, between your chin and your neck. So I was like, that means that this is too dark. Like it's so specific. It'll even be like you maybe dab a couple extra concealer here under your eye. Everything else looks smooth. Like it's amazing. I use it every single day.
Have you ever compared that to the Makeup Assistant app that came out, I don't know, a year ago?
I have used the Makeup Assistant app, the voice-enabled Makeup Assistant app by Estee
Yes.
Lauder. I found the Estee Lauder one very complicated to use personally because if you didn't
Yeah.
line your face up
Yeah.
exactly,
In the right
it was
lighting.
really frustrating.
Yeah.
Yes. I did not like it. Like, I mean, it was good for
Yes.
what it was when it came out, but like the Chat GPT stuff is so much more advanced in the instructions that it gives you.
Good to
It's really cool.
know.
So, Jeff, I can send you that link to put in the show notes if you want, because some people are saying that they're able to access it, some aren't. I can't figure out if it's only if you have Chat GPT Plus or not.
Yeah, you have
Probably.
to be a
Yeah.
Yeah.
paying member of it.
Okay. It's well worth it.
I made one. It's really neat when you make these, what do they call them, personal?
The GPTs.
Yeah, GPTs.
Oh, but you can also personalize it too, so it always does what you want. Like there's so many different ways.
Yeah, I took a bunch of documents and kept pumping it into it, and stuff like that. And then you get these generated questions that you have. But it's really neat because it's not surfing the whole world, the internet and all that stuff, scraping and all that stuff. It's just using the documents you put in there. Mm-hmm. So I like that. Technically, I thought you could just share this out to other people, and do stuff. But it gets tricky a little bit. And you never get those 3 hours back.
I love it. Playing in ChatGPT.
I wish I had more time to play in it. Yeah.
I'm just always thinking of things that, like, I'm just going to be honest, I'm lazy sometimes. Like, if I can find a more efficient way to do something, I'm going to.
Yes.
Like, not having to ask my husband to look at my makeup when he does not care at all about my makeup. He doesn't. He's nice. He'll tell me, but he does not care.
Chucky.
And then if I'm on a work trip or something, like, I can be confident that I look okay. Like, I didn't do something weird,
I was really excited to see a new thing. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and wondering when AI was going to catch up to this, creating audio description.
So
for like when you're shopping. Yeah, when you're like shopping and you see like a product image or a product video and you're like, and I mean, how many times have we seen product videos and there is not one word spoken and there's
just music? Yes.
Oh,
I hate that. I'm like, is this an ad or?
I don't know what's going on in this video, but AI audio description is now released. So that's what I can't wait to play around with that and talk to other people and see kind of what the pros and cons are of exploring shopping with this new AI audio description.
That's what they're trying to achieve with live audio description, with like seeing AI just came out with it. And I gave it a shot and it was like,
it does take a long time.
It did.
Everyone's giving these reviews of, it was really good because I could figure it out. But you just get so used to such fast responses. And I remember these scene detection apps like table and a chair.
Right.
I could have figured that out. But that is about what the richness is of the audio descriptions in the Seeing AI app right now, because it's not really describing any movement if you look at it. It's just taking still, like every once in a while, it's taking a still frame and describing the
and
picture
the changes.
is actually what it's doing.
Every 100th one, then it sees what it compares.
And it's very, very general.
And I mean, it's one of those apps too where how sometimes just certain AI voices, like I'm used to Siri and I'm used to the Alexa sounds and all the different brand sounds and things like that. But there's something about the Seeing AI sound when it was doing that description that I'm just like, oh, this takes me back to like Jaws way back in the day, except female version,
Perfect Paul.
Yeah.
See, and mine uses my voice, like I don't know what settings I changed maybe forever ago. It uses the same voice that I use for like my iOS and stuff like that.
See, mine's different.
Mm-hmm. There's no difference. Yeah.
Well, maybe mine's just wonky. I don't know. I need to look at mine because I have my iPhone sound to like, I think it's like an Australian female voice or something like that. And when I was doing the Seeing AI thing, it sounded so robotic, like there was no accent or anything. I don't know. I'll have to go back and try that then. Really pay attention next time.
They call that de-wonkying.
That's the official term. Jeff, you got it.
What I'm waiting for is what OpenAI showed us, gosh, I don't know, was that like February or something? It feels like it was forever ago, where it was being able to have live video streaming with the AI. Like, and that is what I know they're like, people are going to abuse this, but it's like the blind people won't. They'll love it. Could you imagine going shopping and just like being like, hey, is this dress pink or blue? Like, how much is it? Like, and having that instant feedback, like that is truly, I know we have to take it with a grain of salt, but it can truly help a lot.
Yeah, it could be a game changer.
In the Aira Explorer app under Access AI, you can go into the settings and set the fluffiness. Like, do you want to know? And the grass is green and the wind.
Oh, you
looks
can change it? I didn't know
that.
Yeah,
you can change to more of a detail, like specific. So let's check out the AI access preferences. First, we'll open Aira Explorer.
Aira Explorer.
Single finger double tap.
Unlock more free Aira minutes with our limited time offer. Learn more about the Build AI program button.
And by the way, this is a plan where you can opt in and receive 10 free minutes to help better the models that work for blind and low vision people.
Your next 5 minutes free call is available now.
Everyone forgets that Aira is actually free. I mean, I rarely go over 5 minutes anyways. Okay, down near the bottom, we'll tap on Access AI.
Access AI. Tab 2 of 4. Button.
Single finger double tap.
Access AI preferences. Heading.
So let's swipe on down. We'll start with the verbosity.
Verbosity. Would you prefer AI responses to be shorter and straight to point, or longer and more detailed? Selected. Default. Button. Shorter with less details. Button. Longer with more details. Button.
And then another nice setting of preferences is vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Would you prefer AI to use casual, everyday words, or use a comprehensive vocabulary that might include technical terms? Selected. Default. Button. Everyday language. Button. Technical terms. Button.
I like that. From fluffy to straightforward. I didn't know that. And then I was talking to Janine Stanley, and she said, yeah, you can do that. I said, you know what? It's working so well, I don't change much.
I don't want to touch it either because it is working well.
Don't break it.
Well, sometimes when you want something specific, you want to go, where's the sock? Like you were doing, Serina.
Yeah.
Where's the sock? And you're in a room with wood colors. The walls are
With a
pink.
light breeze.
I do really appreciate that you can, because sometimes if I'm creating AI images, we all know ChatGPT will just tell you what it wants to tell you as far as like if you ask it to describe the image it created. So I'll take it and put it in Access AI and then do the verification. Like you can have an Aira agent verify it. And that gives me peace of mind if I'm going to post something, because I can't figure this out. I don't know why this is so complicated. Like it can figure out how to make human hands and squirrels and foxes, but it cannot do text to save its life.
Oh, no,
Like,
no.
I don't understand.
Like doing a poster and I wanted to say blind abilities. It comes out like
Good luck.
blind abilities.
And then if you're like, fix this, then it changes something else wrong, or it puts random characters, or it's misaligned, or there's always something weird, unless it's like common phrases like, you know, good morning or happy Halloween, or, you know, something really, really like common. It's just, they haven't figured that out yet. And I don't, maybe the next
No.
iteration will figure it out. You would think that'd be the easiest thing
You
for them
would
to
think.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's an alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too complex.
It's the
Right.
English language. Yeah, I've tried doing that. And as soon as you get into the word stuff, I've even found like foreign words like this thing's in,
Which language did it switch to?
Mhm.
it's just in the background. Like, where are they scraping this stuff
Yeah.
from?
Mm-hmm.
No. If you're worried about the Meta Ray-Ban glasses being too heavy, don't worry. The battery life, you'll get to take them
Oh,
off,
has it got
don't
a
worry.
short battery life?
Well, they're used for tasks anyways, and you can put them
Yeah.
in the case and they just recharge up again.
Exactly.
It's not like you're going to be on there going somewhere and wanting to know everything on the Greyhound bus ride, you know, looking out the window all day
True.
long.
You never know, someone might.
Yeah. Well, then they got to take them off for a little while, charge them back up. I say you can get up to 2 hours, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing a lot of
Okay.
video work,
Yeah,
it's
that
going to
makes
burn up,
sense.
you know. But if you have the case, you can charge them. Like I'm throwing numbers out there, probably 5 times or so. Serena?
I think it is 5 times. I think that's what it said. And it takes 20 minutes to get to like 50% charge. So not too bad. I wore mine for probably an hour and a half straight yesterday. And I have to see, I didn't even pay attention to what the battery life was when I took it off, because I was listening to an audiobook basically that whole time.
Yeah.
And every once in a while asking it a question or, you know, things like that. But Jeff is totally right. It's task oriented. And then even if you're using it with Aira and, you know, the battery does die on it, like you have your phone, you know, it's not like you're trapped or
Yeah.
anything. So
Yeah. But the hands free, that's the
That's the
bottom
huge
line.
thing.
That is, I've forgotten what that was like.
and the stylishness of them, because I remember what those whatever
Oh,
the Google Glass
gosh,
went like. They were
yes.
so doofy looking, and they were wired, and like that's the big deal with me is like,
Well, they had
okay,
the Google Glass, then they had the Auroras.
yeah, they're huge and awkward because it was like its own. It didn't connect to your cell phone. It connected to this random Android phone that was like
Right.
ginormous.
Yes.
like the size of an
yeah,
iPad
you had
mini,
to carry
probably.
around a little external piece.
I have to hand it to them. They
Yeah.
were trying. They were trying to achieve
I
something,
mean,
and then
it was good for at the time, you know.
Right.
it's what they could do. And I mean, we
Yeah.
used to have lots of gadgets and gadgets
Oh,
and
yeah.
tethers and all this stuff.
But they were so expensive. Wasn't it like $700 for those back then?
Yeah, you put a deposit down, 600,
Mhm.
700 back in
Yeah.
the day.
I still have them somewhere in my house.
I bet the metas would be really handy
Hmm.
for like if you were going out to eat, trying to look at menus and shopping and
There is a trick with the menus. I asked it to read me the menu, and somebody told me, and I'll have to research this. Maybe Jeff, you know, there's like a 250 character response limit. So like I knew what I wanted, so it wasn't a big deal. But what I might do the next time when I don't know what I want is say like, hey, read me the sections of this menu. Okay,
okay.
now read me the types of burgers or read me the types of entree because
Mm-hmm.
it'll just stop mid-sentence after when it reaches that 250th character. It's really annoying, but I haven't figured out how to be like continue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do when I do a menu. I say, what do they have for chicken sandwiches? And it'll go right to that part. Just like when I read the back of that sugar cookies thing, I just wanted the ingredients and the cooking instructions. It worked really
I
good.
like that you don't have to like try to line stuff up either. Like,
Oh, no.
because
Boom.
with the phone, like it's really easy to not have it lined up properly and cut stuff off. And
Those days of hovering over a book or a page or something to read and you got to hold it and all that. Now it's just, you can just hold it in your hand and look at it and just ask the question and it gives you a little sound and things happen.
and the menu that I had was one of those like ginormous menus. Think of it like the size of horizontally, it was probably like two like legal size pages like across. It was a big menu and it was
Trifold.
able to grab it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even trifold. It was like, this is a placemat. Like, it was huge.
Well, on a side note, something kind of related. One of my last recent really, really big purchases. This was back during, I don't know, I think during the President's Day sale or something. We ended up getting one of those AI refrigerators from Samsung. So it's got the huge screen, but it's got all the cameras and sensors and everything inside and AI and everything that keeps track of every time you put something in, every time you take something out, and expiration dates. And it's supposed to help do all this stuff. And when I was reading on it before we bought it, it was like, yes, it does have a screen reader type of thing. It calls it something else, something like voice point or something, voice view or something, I don't know, like that. But I was like, oh, okay, it says it has it, so let's get this thing. And I have to say, y'all, it too has a long way to go. Long way to go. Not
I could only imagine.
Yeah, it's not the best user experience yet, especially with the accessibility. It doesn't work on every app. And it's really kind of difficult to know if it's caught, if the AI picture, the camera has caught the motion, or if, like, would I put the item back in the refrigerator if I held it just so enough that it was able to re-identify, I guess, what the product is and where I've placed it in there, if that makes sense.
Still wonder how it like knows the expiration dates because those are hard for human eyes to see, let alone like a camera.
Yeah, if you hold it up to the camera just right, but also it's one of those things where if you note it as like, I just purchased this, and sometimes it'll prompt you and you can manually put it in that way. But like if I used, some sort of accessible app to identify the expiration date, I put it in the refrigerator, I at least know I won't have to ever keep track of that again. The AI is keeping track of that for me now. So anytime I'm wanting my flash briefing, my run through, or whatever the hot words are to make that thing go, that's like in its list of things that it tells me every morning. It tells me what things are about to expire in my refrigerator that day.
I want those features on the Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah.
Like when you look at some brownies, it would say, Jeff, really? Think about
Yeah,
that.
don't.
Think about that.
You want it to judge you?
I want it to tell me what goes in the mouth. When you look at a plate, you go, oh, that looks good. Do you know that's 1,635 calories, that plate? I don't know. I don't know how much information we want.
No, I didn't want to know that.
Right. I'm going to just prompt AI to like, don't ever tell me the calories. Just skip right on over that.
Yeah, just give me positive reinforcement
Right.
and keep going.
Really be interesting what data they do get from people, like video. I don't know. It all goes back like the connection with Be My Eyes with Microsoft. They're going to share that stuff so they can improve the models for the blind and low vision, which at first you think, oh, that's great. That'll really help. And then you start wondering, I mean, I don't want to go in too deep on that, but data everywhere. Google's a master of it, and all that. And we're talking about Meta, which is Facebook and all this stuff, So it's neat era that we're entering. We just have to figure out where it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, your refrigerator knows more about your grocery
Oh,
shopping and
Lord.
everything than you probably even know.
And unhealthy I am, and my family is. It's definitely one of those products that sounded a whole lot sexier than it was when I got it in my actual kitchen and tried to start using it. So I think, AI is one of those things where you're one of those that can see so much potential and so much wonderful application to life to make life easier and user friendly. When it doesn't quite meet expectation, oh, it's a big letdown. And it's just like, man, I guess I got to wait
hmm
a little bit longer for it to get there. It's not quite there yet, but it's come a long way. There's a lot of really great stuff happening. It is exciting, but you're right, Jeff. I think we just need to approach it with caution and responsibility and oversight, and I think a lot of good things though are on the horizon for sure.
Mm-hmm. Black Friday is coming up, and I was thinking of some stuff that I want, and I think I've changed over the years. Typically, I do think about what I would like and all that instead of going hunting through and finding stuff. Kind of like when you go to the store, you want to get 3 items and you come out with 12. I don't like going in the Amazon shopping on Black Friday and coming out with 7 things that I never even thought about, and yet, but it's a good
I
deal.
never knew I needed this, but it was half off. Why not?
I gotta buy it now.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes say you're looking for a vacuum cleaner and you know what you want. I always go down just a little bit further and then it'll say what color you want. And sometimes the one they're advertising, black or gray or something like that, is like, say it's $200. But you might move over and you might fall into an olive one and it's like $129.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
hmm
why is that one? It's the same one. It's just
Because it's an ugly color, Jeff. Ugh,
well, right.
olive.
Okay, but say it was the olive one and you wanted the black one or something. But you can save money sometimes if you go down and just check the different variations and all that. That's what I like to do a little bit. It wouldn't matter if I got a blue vacuum cleaner compared to a black one or a red one,
Right.
Serena's thinking, yes,
I'm
it
like,
does.
people like me, I'm like, it doesn't.
It has to match the toaster.
It's not the right aesthetic.
But what's your trick to find deals?
Mine?
Yeah. Do you just go shopping for what you think you want to get, or are you sometimes curious on Black Friday?
I am definitely one of those that I like to do my research beforehand. I like to try to have a game plan and know at least, what are the top brands and the price variations. So I like to go in it with as much knowledge as I can so that I can make a smart, impulsive decision on the day of, at least an informed one, if you will. So I really try to, hone down what I want and the top brands and the prices that they are at least 30 days before the sales drop, because I think there is some market hubbub marketing tactics that I think they do that where, they might spike the price a little bit, 30 days
Yep.
prior, 60 days prior, whatever. And then next thing you know, on that big deal day, it says the lowest price it's been in 30 days when it's only like 20% off, really, compared to the price it was 6 months ago. But so I really like to really be informed of what the actual annual average prices are for a lot of these things in the ballpark. But I tend to I'm one of those people, I get really leery about saving things to my cart and letting them sit in my cart or wish lists even maybe, because sometimes I think the algorithms don't favor us sometimes as much as we want them to, because it makes it really easy to watch prices of products when you got everything, just sitting in your cart looking at it or in your saved for later list. And some people think that, oh, that's the way to go, it doesn't impact price, but I feel like sometimes it does. So I don't know. I'd be really curious to see what other people think about that. Is there an algorithm behind that or not? But I'm definitely one of
Oh,
those
there
that,
definitely
yes, you all think so?
Oh, there definitely is an algorithm behind it because I have been like shopping in Amazon and then go back over to Facebook and there's the ad because there's the we talked about this, the pixel.
Yes.
So they're retargeting you. So there definitely is. Although I say that, but our save for later is one of those that a meme could be made after, like, oh, my save for later is finally up to $1.2 million. Like
Right.
we just it's where there's so many things in there. Like I think the last time I looked, there was hundreds of items in our save for later. So ours is probably irrelevant because it's just so many irrelevant things in there now. Like it's stuff from back, my son's 11 now, and it's probably stuff even from, when we were shopping for baby
Yes.
stuff
Yeah.
forever ago
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's completely, it's useless for them. But I agree with you of like knowing what you are looking for. The other thing is to be really careful of like paying attention to the actual features of what you're looking for. And I'll give you an example of like televisions. Um,
Oh, yeah.
Televisions is notorious for this. They'll just be the like one
Oh,
model number
yes.
different because it's at Walmart
Yep.
versus Costco, but the refresh rate is a fourth
Mm-hmm.
of it. It's totally a lower end model, but you think it's the same, and it's the same price at both places, but the one at Costco is actually a much better TV. So really, really look at, I mean, we're blind, but we still want a good TV. We want something that's going to
Right.
last
Right.
and for people come over for it to be decent quality. And if you're going to pay the same price, you want to really pay attention to the exact specifications because that is just a big notorious thing of everyone will have a TV that appears to be the same, but the specs are not the same.
One thing I also like to do is look at stores, and you'll notice that a lot of them try to preempt each other now. Like they're in this sales war of timing. So, like Amazon will announce its Prime Day deals, but then, well, all of a sudden, Walmart's flashing its big sales a week earlier, and Target's 2 weeks earlier, and all the, and next thing you know, everyone's trying to like preempt the other one's big sale kind of thing. So it's like this weird timing where, like, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, this Old Navy's got this big bad sale going on. And you're like, well, where did that come from? Well, they're trying to preempt Kohl's or something like that. And so I think really kind of not boxing yourself into your same old store that you always shop at. I think sometimes you can really get good deals too if you play around with your timing and looking in other stores location.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about Amazon is, you got free shipping, right? You click a button and it's there 4 hours later or next day or something like that. But when you get into an item that's heavier and the shipping would be more, you're not going to get as good as a deal as you would by going to Woodcraft or Home Depot or something that already has the item there because they can put it on sale. They've already paid for the destination.
Right.
The same thing with like home like items like toilet paper and like fabric softener. Like it's really weird. And then food items too with Amazon. It's so random when you go to look up something on Amazon, you're like, what in the world? I'm not paying $20 for Pop-Tarts. Like, it's some of the things you're
Yes.
just like, why is this so expensive over here? Like it's probably gonna be nearly expired when I get it. Like,
Yes, I've never had good luck with food items on Amazon. I don't know if it's just the stuff that I'm looking at, but it always seems to be twice as much.
It's something about the food, and I don't know why. There is one thing I do tend to buy on Amazon, and it's these craisins because they have these flavored craisins, and that's the only
Mm.
place I could find them. Like there's like pink lemonade ones and orange ones, and like they're delicious. They're kind of expensive, but it's like a healthy splurge, I guess. But the other thing we do buy on there is the poppy sodas because those are about the same as you would pay in the store, if not cheaper, because those are just kind of expensive just generally. But like other than that, it's like yeah, I'm not buying a whole lot of food items on there. Especially now we have Walmart Plus now, so it's almost the same difference. Sometimes we order stuff and it's there like 4 hours later too.
That's what something that I put on I have a YouTube video that I did, and it's like a Christmas accessible Christmas list. And I mean, gosh, that thing's probably a year or two old now, but still very relevant. And it is one of the things that I preach on there. I'm like, gosh, one of the things that I love to get more than anything are those Walmart Plus subscriptions. Target also has a great subscription, free delivery and free shipping kind of thing. And they're usually like 100 or less. You can even customize what type of membership to gift someone. And everyone kind of thinks that, oh, Amazon Prime is like the easy kind of membership to gift. But I mean, a lot of these stores have these types of programs that could actually end up working out better for the person you're gifting. But those types of services, it's like the gift that keeps giving throughout the entire year. I love getting those because they're also the things that I kind of hate spending on myself because I'm like, oh man, $100 on this membership, like really? I don't know if I'm gonna buy myself. But when you get it from someone else, you're like, oh, score, like that's maybe it's just me, but it's one of my favorite things. I always thought, man, you can't go wrong with those types of gifts.
Oh, for the days of Amazon Prime being $100.
No,
I don't
no.
even know how much it is now. Like, I don't think I want to know. Like,
I think it's like 139. I don't
I
know.
don't, I just said I didn't want to know.
Okay. I won't say it. I'll edit that.
But they've got wrapped in Grubhub now and all this. They've thrown in some
I mean, there's so
extras.
much with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the movie
I need them to toss
streaming.
Audible in there with it because I do pay for Audible. I wish
I
that that was just part of
Yes,
it.
I do wish Audible was a little bit more integrated. I feel like they're still
It's the
separate.
only one that's not.
Yes, I know. What's up with that? Yeah, I really do wish they.
You're integrated with what?
Like part of the Amazon Prime thing. Like there's nothing you get from Audible is part like
Oh,
Audible,
yeah.
the subscription is actually I like the subscription because you have the Audible Plus stuff now and
Yes, I do too.
I just really like the quality of the
Me
books that are uploaded
too.
there.
Yeah.
And I'll still
Yeah.
use Bard, but Audible is still my
It's
favorite.
still 16.99, something like that.
I honestly do not know.
They have lots of different tiers
You
now, so.
subscribe because I think I'm on the one that was 14.99, so maybe it is like 16 something with taxes, you
Yeah.
know? And I think I get a credit a month.
Yep.
I want to
I do
say.
that too.
But I read 3 books. I think I read 3 books last month and they gave me a free one. Like there was this challenge where it was like read
Mm-hmm.
3 books and I was like, I have 4 credits. I'm gonna do
Yes, I
that. Yeah.
scored into that too.
Hmm.
They have all kinds of different memberships and plans, and I really do like that variety where you can kind of subscribe to the plan that works best for you. I have the annual membership. I just prefer to just go ahead and pay that lump sum because I feel like I get the most savings that way. But I feel like it's a complete different UI. I never know if I get like the 5% back because I also have an Amazon card that's linked to my
Oh yeah.
account. And it's like, it's never clear if I get, any kind of rewards that way or points, all
Hmm.
of those things. And so it's like complete different UI experiences. The platforms are different. There's not a lot of integration.
Hmm.
And I really kind of wish they were a little bit more integrated because you can go to the Audible website and have absolutely no idea that you're actually on an Amazon owned thing.
Oh, yeah. Remember when you couldn't buy books through, to jump around?
Yeah, you had to like they wouldn't let you use your credits on there. Like you had to like
Oh,
download it on
yeah.
Safari. It was like this whole
Oh, that,
obnoxious
that was a
thing.
Oh,
pain
that
in
was
the
a
butt.
mess. Yeah. I'm glad they figured that out. Whew.
Yeah. Lots of stuff like that. Serena, what's on your Black Friday shopping list?
So this year we are looking to upgrade our like doorbell and like security cameras and things like that. We currently have a Nest,
Ooh.
but I'm not super happy with it. So any tips anyone has, I would greatly appreciate them because typically Black Friday is like the time to get those.
Yeah.
We were thinking about Ring. I just don't know. We'll have to research. There's a lot of options out there. I just want it to be something that's accessible. The Nest app is not super awesome to use. So that's our number one.
I use the Ring, and one thing I really like about it is you can hook it up to your device. Whoops, I said it, the A-Lady device. And what's really nice now is I hooked it up so when the motion sensor goes off in the garage, that since my light switches out there are hooked up to Levitron switches, then the garage light goes on automatically.
So you're not walking in the dark.
Well, I walk in there and it comes on, but if I leave it on and I walk out of there, I have it set so if there's no motion detected for 5 minutes, it shuts it off.
Nice.
But at 10 o'clock at night, it switches over. If there's motion in there, the yard lights come on, the driveway lights come on.
Intruder, intruder.
Intruder doesn't get the lights to come on inside. You know what I mean? They got to use a flashlight, hey. So, but it was really neat once I combined the two up. And so there's options you can do with it. I like it because you can buy their kit. And you can put them in the windows. You can put them over here, there, and everything like that. And you only need one real control panel because that's your main entry area. I thought you needed two, like one in the garage, one over here. I disconnected the one in the garage. It was just taking up space, really. But I like it because I can set alerts for if the garage door opens, the front door opens, back door. We were on a trip one time and we're coming back home. We're still a couple hours out. All of a sudden, I got an alert. Front door open. The family's in the car.
You're like,
for
we're all here.
Lori's daughter wasn't. So we called her. It was a moment of silence. Even the radio got turned down real fast. Like, whoa, who's at the house? And we called Katie. She goes, I'm doing laundry.
Is the Ring app itself accessible, like to pull clips? That's what I'm mostly wanting to do, is be able to pull clips from our doorbell cam. It's almost impossible to pull clips from the Nest one.
I don't have any cameras.
Okay.
So I don't know anything about that. I wish I had the doorbell and the camera.
Yeah, we need it, especially where our house is. Like, it's quite visible. So...
Mm-hmm. Everything else I've been able to set up myself, and I use VoiceOver on the phone, and it works on the phone. I labeled the menu button sometimes when they re-update, but I changed it to menu. And sometimes it says button. I just changed it to menu, and even though they update it, it says it the way I want it to be. So that's the only button that really didn't come up. Adding a device is not that hard. That works for me. So I have it. I'm not saying it's the best thing out there. It's the only thing I know.
Yeah, I would just say I highly do not recommend Nest stuff for the blind community, especially if you want to be able to actually pull a clip. It's a pain. It really got worse when ironically, it got bought by Google. Nest used to be its own thing, and then Google bought it all, and it just went downhill from there.
Their schedule.
We'll still keep our Nest thermostat because that works just fine. The schedule, I don't do the scheduler thing. Whatever. Charles does that part, but the camera is the most important to us.
So if anybody out there, give us a call at 612-367-6093 and let us know if does the Ring camera pulling clips work for you.
I can't believe you still have the number.
It's right on my computer here.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's a number you can call. You can leave a message, and if you want, just say, hey, you can use my voice on the thing, and we'll put it out there. You send us your feedback. You tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. Well, you don't have to tell us what we're doing wrong, really, but because what we do wrong, we probably do really good.
You didn't ask Cindy what's on her Black Friday list.
I wasn't. I was just giving the message that hey, Cindy, what's on your Black Friday list?
Oh, goodness. I have a lot of things. One thing, I sort of tested this one out on my hubby. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get myself one of these or put it on my wish list this year. So I went ahead and got one because it was like a refurbished kind of deal. It was one of those ember mugs where
I've heard of those.
Yeah, I remember reading reviews that the app that controls the mug was not really well reviewed. It did not get a good rep. But I was thinking, well, maybe they've improved. Maybe they've, whatever was going on when that first came out, maybe they've fixed their app issues and remediated all of those things. And maybe it's more accessible. And no, guys, it's not going to make my wish list this year. I think there's going to be some better options out there. I still want one of those nice mugs that keeps my coffee hot all during the workday. I'm definitely one of those that's still drinking coffee at 4 p.m. So there's a lot of little gadgets on my wish list. Not a lot of tech stuff, but a lot of home stuff. I really highly recommend the candle lamp warmers, like the heated wax warmers.
You don't have to burn them.
Yes, I have a really great hack for how I light my candles, but man, ever since I got that thing, it's really nice not having to worry about that. And we have one in our basement in the movie room, and it's just such a wonderful experience to have that. Just it puts out the perfect little light while we're watching TV. And now I want one for my office. I mean, it's like I love that thing that much. I want to get another one. So, do you guys remember when towel warmers were like the towel warmer racks?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was getting these towel warmer racks, to
Wish I had one of those.
Yeah.
Well, I never wanted to get the rack. I just never was in a bathroom that was conducive to one of those things. But they have these it's almost like a canister kind of thing. And you can put blankets in there, you can put towels in there, you can put your hoodie in there, and it just warms it up for like 5-10 minutes. And then you pull it out, and it's like you just pulled it right out of the dryer. And it's just
I want one of those so bad. I love a warm blanket so much.
Oh my gosh, that I really, really want to. So I just have a a lot of little things like that. And I feel like, everybody, heat therapy is like winters and the cold, cold winter nights, sometimes just having some sort of heat therapy kind of thing is
Mm.
a really great gift and feels so wonderful on those cold nights.
Have you heard of the warmies, Cindy?
I
Warmies?
don't know.
I
What
The
mean,
are they?
warmies.
warmies.
Oh no. I have a small obsession with them. So they're really actually stuffed animals, but they have lavender scented. I
Yes.
forget what's in them. Yeah, you can heat it
Yes.
up in the microwave for like a minute or two, and then
Yes.
they stay warm for a really long time. They're
My
so cute.
And lavender is so calming.
It's French lavender. I love them. I have one that's shaped like a heart, and it's basically a heat pack. And then I have an octopus, and then there's one more.
You
Oh,
have an
a little pink.
octopus?
Yes, it's so cute. And then a little pink penguin.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
Feel like somebody told me this joke just this morning.
10 tickles.
I think my
tentacle.
son told me this. I think my kid told me this morning. I really do think he told me
Hey,
this.
I'm up on kid jokes.
Just see
Thank you.
Jeff for the latest. Yeah, no, my kids have those
They're so
too.
cute.
Yes.
They're like
Yeah.
$25. Yeah, they're I just love them. That and
Oh, yeah.
squishmallows. You can't
My
heat the
daughter is
squishmallows up, but they're
obsessed
like the
with,
best.
yes.
Oh my God, I love them.
You guys don't have electric blankets, do you?
I used to, but they always break.
I have the electric heating, like mattress pad. That's next level.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm in Minnesota. Serena, you're in Colorado, and you got to be further south than that. And you're talking heated mattress pad?
Now, Jeff, you got to realize I've lived all over the world. So I moved to Tennessee
Ah,
from Wyoming, 7,000 feet elevation and
okay.
two
Yeah, yeah.
seasons. So I know my winters too. But no, we still get, pretty cold nights here in Tennessee too in the dead of winter. So, but sometimes, especially I'm definitely feeling my age these years. And at night, when you get into a bed and you lay on the heat, it feels so much better, especially, on your body and everything. I liked it. I like it so much better than like the blanket heat.
I have to move the cat or dog to find that spot.
Give me the warm spot.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right, right.
I think cold and hot to people that live in the same house is very personal.
It
It's
is.
like
Yeah.
if I set it for 70, I notice on my Nest thermostat, you can still go 3 clicks to the right and it stays on 70 and it might turn on the heat and yet you're on 70. But nickel and diming I am with this little settings on there because Lori wants it at 64. I'm like,
Oh my
oh,
gosh.
see.
Like, oh, I would see we're the opposite here. Like, I like it a little bit warmer and he likes it a little bit cooler. So I think we do 68 and
Yeah.
we've tried to turn it up and then I do get hot. So I think I've just acclimated to it now.
So if he has it at 68, go up to it and turn it to the left, left, left. You can go 3 clicks. There's a range before it'll go to 67.
I always do it on the app, but I find it funny when I check the app and it'll be like, it's 70.2 degrees in the house. I'm like, what? Like,
What's 70.2?
yeah.
I've also found a big increase in some of the appliance apps. I feel like I've been pretty impressed with the LG apps here lately. I have a LG washing machine that I bought this year, and the app has gone through several cycles. They've updated it and the accessibility of the app many times and improved it in good accessible ways. So I've been pleasantly impressed and surprised.
Is that the LG Think?
Yeah, I like
I
it.
need them to talk to Maytag because I have a smart washer and dryer as well, and the Maytag app is terrible for accessibility. But I
Oh,
intentionally bought the reason I chose the Maytag one, though, is because I didn't want to have to solely rely upon the app. Because I really actually, there was an LG set that I actually like better, but there was no physical buttons at all. It was like a flush thing, and I was not comfortable. Like,
Kind of like an iPhone.
yeah, but it was different. I don't know. I'm sure I probably could have figured it out, but the Maytag had there's still, what do you call those buttons where you don't really push them, but
tactile.
It's not even really
Oh
tactile.
no,
Like you just brush your
the
finger
current in
over
your
it.
finger,
Yeah.
yeah,
But you can still
like
tell
some
where
Oh,
each
electrostatic.
button is, if that makes sense. And muscle
yeah.
memory. And then the way the sound effects that it makes when you turn, because Maytag and Whirlpool are essentially the same company. So you can tell,
Hmm.
when you're turning things and things like that. So I wish I would have been able to get the LG, but I couldn't find one that had any tactile buttons for, when my Wi-Fi is not working, and I want to do a load of laundry. So
Yeah. That was one of my issues at first too, but I mean, I've got four, I think, different style and sizes bump dots on mine and
mhm.
I mean, I just kind of went old school with it. It's not pretty, but it does the job and I can find exactly the buttons that I need. But with the app, I know I just turn it on and then I'll turn on the
A
Bluetooth
remote start,
mode.
yeah. Which that is
Mm-hmm.
obnoxious. Like you have to turn that on every time. It's not an LG thing though. It's everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make too much of a deal to me because I'm standing right there in front of it anyway, so I just turn on the remote and then I'll walk away and go find my phone. I don't know. I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised by it. They all have pros and cons, but they're all changing pretty quickly too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an LG Think app for the LG air conditioner that I put in the wood shop.
Oh.
Jeff's Egotistical Fantastical Fortress. It's an acronym for Jeff. You probably haven't heard that, Cindy.
No, I have not.
And he always says it so fast, and I'm just like, you need to slow it down.
Yeah, it just rolled right off that tongue.
I have to slow it down because voiceover, you wouldn't believe what it says when like if I say it on voiceover, it says Jeff's Eagle Testicle
Ah,
Fortress. Yeah, I have
is
to.
listening to your octopus joke.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh.
So I have to really slow it down and stuff like that. But I have that out there, and I went to the app, and I can set that up pretty good. So that's why I was curious when you said LG, if they have the LG Think. I know you were shopping for washer and dryer, Serena, a while back. So
Yeah, because we're never proactively shopping for a washer and dryer. It's always, well, the washer just broke, so now we need a new one.
yeah.
It's never proactive in our house. Like both times,
Mhm.
and I was just adamant. I was like, I want something that I can set. I want it to be smart, but I also want to be able to independently set it. Like if I'm standing right in front of it too. So,
Yeah.
but the Maytag app is terrible.
Hmm.
I mean, I can look at it to see, how much time is left and things like that, but I never set it from the app because it's unreliable as far as how it works. So,
So, question, do y'all like practical life, like make life easier kind of gadgets and gizmos, or do you all like the fun kind of just luxe pampering or surprise kind of gifts? Like which ones do you all tend to enjoy most?
high maintenance, yes. So
Really?
something to know about me, Cindy, is I love fashion. Like I'm super girly now, and like I didn't used to be. Like if you saw pictures when I was like in high school, I was like a tomboy basically the way I dressed, and now I'm like always in a dress and like wear makeup and stuff now. So I'm a luxury item girl, like for sure, and anything like tech wise, like I just love that stuff.
Hmm.
That's awesome. Jeff, what about you? Do you like hobby kind of stuff like stuff, or are you a practical everyday life, what makes things easier kind of guy?
I really think that over the time I've become more practical and stuff like that. However, like in the wood shop, I belong to WW4B, which is Woodworkers for the Blind. And we talk, these are guys that have been doing this their whole life, and they're very smart. They have experience, I should say. They're still smart. But I listened to them, and pretty soon I just bought a planer, a 13-inch planer for woodworking and stuff. But I do the homework, just like Serena was saying, or Cindy, like you were saying, do the homework for a month, see what the prices are. And I went from almost $1,200 down to $899. So,
Wow, yeah, see?
and I don't even need to use it yet, but at that price, it's like, okay, I'm pulling the trigger. It's in the
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
So I'm more of a person that I want the stuff, but I like to study this stuff. That's why we have a vacuum cleaner for upstairs and one for downstairs, so you don't have to carry it back and forth. And we don't have carpet upstairs, but we have some downstairs, so it's different. If you have wood floors and all that stuff, your vacuum cleaner is different than what you would use on carpets in a sense. But so I picked one up, and it was on a big sale, and that's when I saw the blue one that I mentioned earlier. It went from $249 to $99, and I could have got a red, a Carmelo. No, I'm kidding. But a black. But for $99, it was kind of one of those impulse things. However, I was looking for one. And I read reviews that led me to that, So
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the Bissell, but this was a Shark.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Shark fan, too. I like the Shark brand.
So I'll find out. It should be here tomorrow. Yeah, it's interesting. I do impulse, but it's usually on impulse stuff that I studied.
Right. It's informed impulse.
Like that song I used to sing, I work hard for my money.
You totally used to
Anyway.
sing
Don't
it.
we
Of
all?
course. You're Grammy Award winning.
A lot of stuff. We talked some tech. We really went shopping, though, didn't we?
I don't even want to know how much money we spent today on on our list.
Oh, I know. We covered about every room in the house, I think, too.
We did.
Yeah. Well, Cindy, it was great. Inaugural episode, number 1.
Yay! I know. We got to talk about all my favorite things, too. Some app accessibility and shopping and AI and all kinds of stuff.
Octopus.
Octopuses.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And wormies.
Oh, wormies.
Yeah.
I think my granddaughter collects wormies or some other thing. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with it. Every time I go shopping on Amazon for Christmas time for the grandkids, you know what happens? It changes all the stuff that it shoots at me. Like,
Oh,
you
the
might like
recommendations.
this. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
What's this Hasbro company?
Whoever invented Squishmallows, they're just geniuses, though, because adults love those things. I love them.
Oh, we have so many.
Don't ever order Halloween candy. It takes like about 2 months to get that stuff off of
That's funny.
suggested stuff. If you have any feedback, want to give us a call at 612-367-6093. I got to say that slower, right?
You definitely do. We need to come up with a word that it spells. Like, put that into ChatGPT and ask if it spells some words. Like the old school T9.
Yeah. Yeah. What word it spells?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. We got to come up with something creative with it.
How about give us a call at 61-236.
Do not. No.
No, that's like
760.
sloth version. No, we don't want to do that.
9.
It's bum, 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 bum.
There you go.
That King of Queens.
612-367-6093.
Thank you.
There you go. Well done, sir.
You can do it.
I feel better already.
You've been doing this for a while. See?
Yeah, but it's no better than the present, right? I'm glad to be back. Serina, glad to have you back.
So excited.
And Cindy, glad to have you on the show.
Hey, thank you so much for welcoming me on board. I'm excited.
Hope we didn't scare you
Oh,
off.
no. I'm so excited.
And then cue our funky music, right?
And for more podcasts with the Blind News Perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities, and give us a call at 612-367-6093. Leave us a message and let us know if we can put your voice on the next podcast. Drop us an email at info@blindabilities.com and download the free Blind Abilities app from the App Store and Google Play Store. That's 2 words, Blind Abilities. And from all of us here at Blind Abilities, stay well, stay informed, and stay strong. I want to thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap
between
the limited expectations
and the realities
of blind abilities.
and the realities of blind abilities.
blind abilities.